Go in Stacy Silverman's backyard in Grapevine and you will see some of the real impacts from having no power for an extended period of time.
This is 2 refrigerators full of food.
What she calls refrigerators are boxes of groceries in the snow. She says her power was out for 61 hours.
As the days go by, you just wonder, like, when is it going to end?
Minutes before our interview, Silverman's power came back on, but the past 3 days have been miserable.
My mother lives 1 mile down the road. 2 days ago, her pipes broke and her house flooded, so she came to be with us.
ERCOT, which manages the Texas power grid, told the media Wednesday about 40% of energy generation was still offline. Some wind and solar, but a majority of the power loss was from natural gas, coal, and nuclear.
Since midnight this past night, since 12:01 a.m. this morning, 6,000 megawatts have been added to the Texas grid. That equals about power for about 1.2 million households.
As more power is restored, there are still hundreds of thousands in freezing weather. Governor Abbott, who requested an investigation into ERCOT's actions, says while power generation slowly comes back, they are taking steps to get power from other ways.
Earlier today, issued an order effective today through February the 21st, requiring those producers that have been shipping to locations outside of Texas to instead sell that natural gas to Texas power generators.
The public learned Wednesday that winterization is not mandatory for power plants in Texas. ERCOT's explanation for generation going offline is because of the extreme cold temperature. Temps forecasted well in advance of the storm. ERCOT says the decision to cut power to millions for an extended period of time came about 1 a.m. Monday morning and avoided a bigger crisis like a catastrophic blackout that could have taken months to overcome. But the moves were made without warning, following an initial announcement Sunday of less severe rotating outages that would last under an hour. ERCOT CEO made a small admission about transparency and the lack of warning.
Maybe we failed there, but we have endeavored to do that.
Failure on many levels.
People like Silverman who finally have their power back aren't celebrating too much because the blackouts are still needed because the grid is fragile.
And we're just afraid it's going to go off again.
And then there's the pending investigation.
The blame can be assessed very soon. Blame will surely be assessed.
And the question everyone has is what's the timeline on when full power will be restored? ERCOT officials saying today they hope to have full power restored sometime tomorrow, but that's also unlikely.